God, I thank you for the opportunity just to say, God, I thank you. Being a little specific today, He brought us back safely. So for that, I give thanks. I want to talk today about I love America. Now, I say that, and I say that to open a door. And I like to think, no, I know this for a fact. Some will say opposite of this. We love this country that we call home. We're not all excited about some of the things that have happened, is happening, and will happen. But it's still our home. Now, I say that to say this. It's hard for me, and I'm speaking strictly from my way of thinking. It's hard for me to be a person who has the power to direct things, dictate things. And I choose to put a place that I call home and the people that I've been put in place to lead in harm's way to prove a point. Hoping I got your attention. On tomorrow, we are in a situation where there's going to be millions of Americans who are going to be without the ability to take care of their homes, our kids. This has nothing to do with the color of skin. This has nothing to do with the political party you have chosen to be a part of. This has everything to do with humanity, humility. But my opinion, I think this has more to do with creating chaos so that I can establish martial law. I'm only giving you my opinion here. Because make it make sense when, even though the government is shut down, and I know a lot are wanting to point blame from one side to the others. And again, you have your right to feel and think the way you choose to think. But in a situation where people are going to be without the ability to take care of a necessity, not a want, a necessity. It means being able to eat, put food on the table. And there's a way, even with the shutdown going on, that the government, the leader of this country, could actually take care of that. There's $6 billion that has been set aside for the just in case this was to become a problem, or it decided to raise its head, as it has. But it's not being utilized because, in my opinion, I want the chaos. I want the American people, this country that I love, I want you to get out of hand so that I can initiate martial law. So that I can continue to proceed forward with my plan. I'm only giving you my opinion here. And I want to say this. I listen both sides, and I'm paying attention to the young minds, the older minds, and the minds that are in charge. And a lot of the young minds have decided that I don't want to be associated with the Democratic Party. That's fine. Here's the thing about the political party. It doesn't matter which one you choose to be a part of. You know what matters is that when the opportunity presents for you to actually go, and this is very important, and cast a vote, that you cast a vote for the right candidate that you have been made to believe is going to do what they're supposed to do for the good of the American people, not you, the individual, because we got to think beyond the surface and see what's going on. So when we get to this place of acceptance of a party, or based on color of skin, I should be this compared to that. Let's get to a place where we are actually listening, paying attention, and hearing, but also reading the room so that we can make better decisions about who we choose to lead us wherever it is we think we need them to take us. So again, it's not about the party you choose. It's about the vote that you cast. We're in a situation that each of us has had something to do with. Whether you voted for this administration or you didn't vote. Either way, we had something to do with it, because we're not communicating. We're not talking. We're still looking at trying to fit or find blame. As I was growing up, and we are aware of this, there was a Republican Party and a Democratic Party. The Republican Party that I grew up with is not the Republican Party that I'm seeing today. That's a concern, because I personally believe if there was a different Republican president in office of old, the situation that we're about to encounter starting tomorrow would not be a topic of conversation or even a concern. Think about this. The job market is slowing down. People are now getting laid off. Healthcare is becoming an issue. But the leadership is becoming richer. Let that sink in. And some of us are allowing ourselves to believe that the Democratic Party is in control of the shutdown. And you're not thinking from a standpoint, what is the Democratic Party actually trying to stand on? This has been a discussion. They're standing on our health care not becoming too expensive that we can't even afford it. See, and I'm sitting here to talk to you, dealing with the medical things that I've dealt with, and I've had decent insurance, but I've still had to come out of pocket substantially in order to maintain everything that I've had to deal with and I'm still dealing with. I've seen doctors that I didn't even know existed and still seeing them. So they're fighting for something of substance and a necessity, keeping healthcare at a cost that we all can afford. And it's, even though we can afford it, it's still too expensive, but this is a whole lot better than what it could be. I know we're all hurting, and I'm getting ready to end, but I wanted to talk today because I'm hoping you can hear me enough, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you something to think about. Let's get away from the parties and who you are affiliated with. Let's get to the point of listening and understanding and voting for who we feel will be the best person to do the job based on the things that they said. But also in the midst of doing that, let's hold them accountable. Be blessed on this Friday. I'd love to sit here and just be overly excited about just everything. But unfortunately, this is concerning. Reminder, create chaos and confusion so that we can be put in a situation where we're being governed not by the local government anymore, but the federal government. Martial law. It's the plan. Because if I can create that, I can continue to, here we go, that's ugly word, manipulate things to go to where I want them to go. And certain ones of us continue to head to the top while the rest of us fall to the bottom. The 1%, some think they're part of it compared to the 99. Be blessed on this Friday.